Hello and welcome to Learn to Read the Torah Like an Expert. My name is Moshe Meir Rosenthal, and I have been laning the Torah since I have been 13, which means that I've been laning it for a few years. Had I told you what my age was, you would be able to tell exactly how many years I've been laning the Torah. I've been a professional Baal Koreh in Brooklyn for quite a number of years. I still lane the Torah, although there is another official Baal Koreh in the shul that I attend presently. I have taught many bar mitzvah boys to read the Torah, and many of them have gone on to become professional Balei Kriya of their own. And I would like to take this opportunity to teach you over the internet how to read and lane the Torah. What we're going to start off with is the trup. As you may know, the trup in English, they call it the cantillation. These are the markings that are actually, to a certain extent, musical notes that help you to know what you are supposed to be singing, because it is a sing-song type of pronunciation. Now, the trup also helps you understand exactly where there are supposed to be pauses in the reading of the Torah. So let us begin. I have prepared for you here on the screen the first psukim of the Torah, the first verses of the Torah in Genesis, first chapter, first verse. As you know, it says, Breshit bara Elokim et hashamayim v'et haaretz. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. Now, what I usually like to do is to start with the most common, basic musical phrase of laning, of reading the Torah, which is what is called the Mercha Tipcha Munach et Nachta. Mercha Tipcha Munach et Nachta. However, with the first three words of the pasuk Breshit bara Elokim, we only have the Tipcha Munach et Nachta. We are missing the Mercha. So take a look underneath those first three words. Underneath the word Breshit, aside from the nikudot, the vowels that you have there, you have a marking which looks like a closed parentheses. Like if you were to look at a parentheses, which is like a semicircle, sort of like a new moon, which is like a crescent. So underneath Breshit, you have the tipcha. Underneath the word bara, you have a backwards L. That backwards L is called a munach. And underneath the word Elokim, you have what looks like an upside-down horseshoe, if you will. Of course, these are my descriptions. You can feel free to give them any names that you want, but their real names are Tipcha, Munach, et Nachta. Now, if you wanted to see what a mercha looks like, a mercha is under the word vayomer, which is on the third line, and it is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the sixth word on the third line, which opens up the third verse under the word vayomer. That is a mercha. And if you take a look under the word Elokim after the word vayomer, you'll see that there is another tipcha. So the mercha tipcha, which looks almost like open and closed parentheses, and the munach et nachta is the most basic, the most common, fundamental musical phrase in all of laning. If you know how to do that, I basically tell my students that you can lane 80 to 85% of all the psukim in the Torah. And this is how a mercha tipcha munach et nachta goes. Mercha tipcha munach et nachta. One more time. Mercha tipcha munach et nachta. And this string, this musical string, always brings you to an etnachta. The etnachta usually is the greatest pause in a verse other than what's called the sof pasuk, or the end of the pasuk, which signals that you are going to begin a new pasuk. So, what we have learned so far is that in the first verse of Bereshit, of Genesis, it does not start with a mercha, but it does start with a tipcha, and therefore you would read Bereshit bara Elokim tipcha munach et nachta, and you must apply the musical notes to the words. So you have na 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 na. That is the basic underlying musical format that is being followed here. If we had a mercha tipcha munach et nachta, it would go as follows: na 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 na. And now we are ready to complete the rest of the first pasuk, which, as you notice under the words et hashamayim, has a mercha and then a tipcha, and then under the words ve'ed haaretz you have a munach, and then you have a sof pasuk, which is the line under aretz, and therefore that would be et hashamayim ve'ed haaretz. The sof pasuk goes as follows: sof pasuk na na na. Now to review the entire pasuk would go as follows: Breshit bara Elokim et hashamayim ve'ed haaretz. That is the entire first verse of the Torah. Congratulations, we are ready to move on to the second verse of the Torah. Pretty soon, you will be an expert Baal Koreh.